Thanksgiving is a celebration of family and food. And this year, your celebrations may look a little different, but you can still add some fun into your holiday celebrations. Joining me now from her home in Lexington is Vicki Gaver. She's a Lexington mom. She is also a home baker, and many people know you from Patty Cakes by Vicki as well. So welcome. It's great to have you on the show.
Thanks, Jennifer. It's great to be with you. Thanks for having me on to share this really fun idea for Thanksgiving.
And I love this because you're going to help us, those of us who are challenged like I am, to be able to make beautiful cookies, but not, be so stressed out because it's so time consuming. So first, kind of take us through your Thanksgiving, and you have a lot of ideas there to show us.
Right. So I'm going to show you guys the simplest. It's a 3-ingredient cookie dough recipe that I love. I actually used it long before I came up with my from scratch cookie dough recipe, and some really yummy 5-ingredient cream cheese icing. And the only thing we're going to do is have vanilla and chocolate, and that'll give us our 2 colors. And if you want to get wild, you can do some orange.
What do you normally have for Thanksgiving? Because we usually have like 25 people in our kitchen, and it's just going to be the 4 of us. We're just doing family this year.
Cookies is something we do every year. We're not changing a lot of our traditions. We're sticking with, we might just have to change them a little bit, right? So let's get started. The color we're getting is from our sprinkles. This is just a maple leaf that I had a cookie cutter, and I just outlined, the veins of the leaf, and then face down, I dipped it in like red sugar. You can also just pinch it and sprinkle it on there, and the rest will shake off. Kind of like, glitter on Elmer's glue. It's kind of like that concept, but way yummier. The really basic, like if you are not a decorator at all, this recipe is so good to just make into little, balls, like with a teaspoon size, bake them in the oven, and then just put some icing and sprinkles on top. So do you want me to show you how to make this cookie dough?
Let's go.
Okay. You're not going to believe how simple this is. And every time I tell my mom friends and girlfriends about this, they're like, wait, I think I need to write it down. I'm like, okay, you can write it down, but it's literally 3 things. It's a yellow cake mix. You just put that in there. A stick of butter. I prefer salted butter. It's just simply like a flavor enhancer with that little bit of extra salt in there. And then a whole egg. You just break it up and put it in there. You mix it. It starts out a little crumbly, but it ends up looking like the most perfect cookie dough right here. Rolled it out, of course. You need to flour your surface, or you can roll it out in wax paper. And then you just, if you do not have cookie cutters, again, you can use a pizza cutter, or you can use like different circles that you can find in your kitchen, such as a ramekin. You can just go like that, and you have a circle. You could, if you want to go a little bigger, you could use a mason jar lid. If you don't have that, everybody's got a glass, right? So you just push it down, and you've got your circle. And like I said, you could use circles for place settings, the place setting cookies. I just like using the pizza cutter on the dough. It's so simple. You just take it and run it across in a straight line, as straight as you can get. Listen, mine was crooked, so I had to trim it a little bit. But the thing with baking and cookies, and it's kind of edible art, I don't really think it's supposed to be so perfect. You're going to eat it. You want it to taste perfect more than anything, right? So whether it's a fancy cookie, like the place settings, or those little ones with just the icing on top, they're delicious. So if you have extra dough, or you want to cut the shapes first without your kids, and you can store it in the fridge for longer than a week, just as long as you have it sealed with wax paper, and then pull them out when you're ready. Yeah. And so the icing, all it is a stick of butter, a package of cream cheese. This is imitation vanilla, so it's just about a tablespoon of that, and then 1/4 cup of whole milk. And then, yes, it's like an entire 2-pound bag of powdered sugar. And the consistency of my cream cheese icing, people go nuts for it, but that's all it is. It's those 5 things. And it has the consistency of like a Dairy Queen Blizzard when you're done with it. It's thick. You should be able to turn the bowl upside down, and it hangs out in there.
So many great
Yeah,
ideas, Vicki, and we will put the recipes on our website and your website, pattycakesbyvicki.com. Thanks for all the great ideas. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. And
You too,
Vicki, it's
friends.
good to see you.
Good to see you too.